Dear YG Entertainment, we need to have a little discussion about an epidemic that's going on through your company. This epidemic is something that I like to call ratchetness. But seriously now, I can't be the only one who's noticed the ratchetness that's been going on through YG Entertainment for the past 2 years. This shit is ridiculous at this point. I mean, really? I thought that I was done when GD had no pants on in CL's video, but nope. Of course, YG tends to find yet another thing that makes me just completely done with them in general. So let's get on to discussing those things, shall we, since that's what we're here to talk about. This is called Ratchetness in YG Entertainment. The first piece of ratchetness that needs to be discussed is CL's song. I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. I'm just gonna get it out of the way because it needs to be discussed. It needs to be discussed at this point. CL fans, I've been seeing y'all on Twitter lately. I know y'all love your queen. I know that she means the world to you. I know that people be ragging on her when they don't know what they're talking about. I sincerely know, and I understand that because I have many of queens who are misunderstood as well. But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. That song was horrible. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know who wrote the lyrics to that song, but they must have been smoking on some good kush because they were on some stuff when they wrote that song. I'm sorry, but they could have kept that. They could have kept all that. I'm sorry. Every little bit of it they could have kept. They could have kept it. I did not need to hear that. And the bad thing about the entire thing is the fact that I'm actually a huge CL fan. I love CL. CL has been my favorite in 2NE1 since pretty much I discovered them. So I was really, really hyped when I heard that she was having a solo. But then I heard the song. So I'm actually not going to get too much into this because if you follow me on Twitter, you've pretty much heard everything I have to say about this song, but it was just ratchet, and I did not need to see GD with no pants on. That was just unnecessary to the max. He sat up there looking like Snoop Dogg in Bones, that scary movie that he did. The second piece of ratchetness that we need to discuss within YG Entertainment is their faulty promotions. Really, at this point, I am sick and goddamn tired of these 2-3 song title track promotions. First of all, a title track is not the freaking main song. A title track is the track in the album that is the same name as whatever you're promoting. So I don't know what the heck they're thinking that title track means, but from what I understand, they got the definition all messed up. And really, when you think about it, what is the point in having more than one lead single anyways? The fact of the matter is, every single time that it has been done and that it has been attempted in K-pop, the group that has had more than one lead single has promoted pretty much one song out of the multiple title tracks that they claim to have had on the album. And really, if we want to keep it 100% real and YG fans want to be all cocky and say that YG is the top entertainment company in Korea, if that was really the truth, then every single song on an album should be title track worthy. And trust and believe that 2NE1's two latest songs have not been title track worthy. I'm sorry, Falling in Love was good. Do You Love Me? It was good. But they could have just kept that in the album, given us the videos, and just kept it at that. They really did not need to promote either song. And really, now that I think about it, there are a lot of multiple title tracks within YG's line of history in doing this that have not needed to be promoted whatsoever. They could have just said it's a song with a music video. Like, don't call it a title track when it's not a title track and it's only going to be promoted once. That would be like the Wonder Girls saying that Girls Night Out was their title track, along with Be My Baby. It wasn't. And it didn't have a music video, so what are we sitting up here acting like we're unique for? Like, that's my whole thing. YG tries to act like they're more unique than they actually are. Nobody gives a fuck that you have two title tracks. That does not make you stand out from the crowd. What's gonna make you stand out from the crowd is the quality of your music, and you pretty much have that. You're doing too much at this point. It needs to stop. It is stupid at this point. And speaking of stupid, ratchetness number 4 that needs to be discussed within the YG Entertainment world, fandom, whatever you want to call it, is this new show that they have with their trainees. I don't think this one needs to be discussed because I think in general we all feel the same way about it. This shit is fucked up. It does not need to be done. These children's lives and dreams and hopes do not need to be crushed on national television. This shit is whack. Fix it. Just fix it. And either debut the groups or don't. Really. And we're at the end of the video finally. The fifth and last thing that is ratchet as hell within YG Entertainment is Taeyong. Dear sweet Taeyong. What happened? I mean, like, really. What the hell happened to Taeyong? I mean, like, Taeyong used to be like the most delicious, savory, sweet and sour pork and rice combination that you ever wanted to taste in your life. And he went from like delectable and like all short and stocky and muscular and just fucked me on the floor. And he went from that to like freaking ASAP Rocky. Like, how do you go from fuck me on the floor to ASAP Rocky with a grill on? And actually, to make that a little side note, another thing that needs to stop within YG Entertainment is these damn grills. Let me tell y'all something. Since you're influenced by American culture, let me give you a little insight on American culture. Grills have pretty much been out since that song got overplayed 4 years ago. So the grills really need to just stop. Y'all need to bring CL's mama up in there and have her slap the hell out of anybody wearing a grill, because she has the right mindset when it comes to grills. Go CL's mom. Like, CL, hug your mama for me, because I'm feeling her on that one. Go Miss CL. Or Mrs. Yeah, her parents are still married. So, go Mrs. CL. But back to our dear little sweet Taeyong. Now, I will personally admit, I was one of the many people who saw GD's video, and at the end of the video, when Taeyong had the braids, I was one of the ones who was feeling it. I really liked the look. I think he looks good that way. But it got to the point where months after, he started not shaving, and then it looked like he started not bathing, and then it looked like he started rolling around in garbage, and then someone started doing shit to his hair, and that's when I was like, no, you can keep your comeback at this point until you shave, until you bathe, and until you do whatever the fuck you need to do to fix yourself, because this is just not acceptable anymore. And really, the bad thing is that Taeyong is not even a bad looking man by any means. I'm sure that any woman on this planet would love to have him just rampage through her pussy, like, with no issues whatsoever. But the problem here is the fact that the man at this point looks like he does not bathe. And his hair is another story in itself. I actually had to make a video of myself laughing at his hair. I mean, I get it, people. Individuality is a big thing. I get that. You can do whatever you want with your hair. It's fine. But when it looks like a broom that has been overused for the past 5 years, that one broom in the house that you keep telling your mama she needs to throw out, but she says it's the good broom, knowing damn well that it's not the good broom. When your hair gets to that point, individuality is kind of at the window. You need to comb that shit. I'm sorry. He probably can't even run a comb through that damn mohawk or whatever the fuck he calls that thing. Thing was just ratchet. I don't know what the fuck that was. I really don't. And then there's the matter of YG pushing back his comeback in favor of other people's comebacks. Now, I understand that 2NE1 fans have been waiting the longest for them to have an album and whatnot, but they really could have kept their comeback and given us quality material and just had him come back. They really could have. But the funny thing about that is that the Blackjacks were complaining that 2NE1's been gone forever and whatnot, and yet Taeyong fans have rarely said anything about his album, and he's been gone for a matter of like 3 years, I think, maybe even 4. But certain groups of Blackjacks in general, that's just a whole nother video for a whole nother day. It really. So overall, let me just make a little notice for those who are gonna try to go off in the comments. Before you do that, let me just say this. This is not an anti-YG Entertainment video. As you can see, I am a big YG fan. I appreciate YG and everything that they do, and I think that what they do it well the majority of the time. It is just little things that they continually do that is just nitpicky, and it is annoying at this point. For example, there is no reason why CL's debut single should have been that bad. There is no reason why they need to have this show with the trainees. There is no reason why Taeyong shouldn't have come back by now unless he's really making a bomb-ass album. There is no reason why GD needs to be looking like Snoop Dogg up in CL's video. There is no reason why GD needs to do half the shit that he does, like twerk on a freaking whatever he twerked on. Well, he didn't really twerk per se, he more so assumed the position. And most of all, there's really no point in saying multiple title tracks every single comeback when it's really just gonna be one title track in the end. And it's not even a title track, it's a freaking lead single. So overall, this video is not intended to be company versus company. It is not intended to be anti-YG. It's not intended to be anti-CL. It's not intended to be any of that. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like YG is at the top of their game and that they've been killing shit and that they've been murking shit all year and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, they haven't. They could be doing better, and they have done better. They have the potential to bring it to the next level like they want to do, but they are not doing that because I feel like honestly they're trying to be like everybody else, and it's not working. The thing that made YG so entertaining and that made it so enjoyable to me in the first place when I got into K-pop was the fact that I felt like their artists were original. I felt like their artists were different from the pack. And even though they still are different from the pack, I feel like now they're trying to almost blatantly put it in your face. Like, we're different, look at us. And it's just, no. And I feel like that's what they did with CL. Like, she tried to bring the American style of rap into Korea, but it looked try hard at the end of the day. It really did. And I love CL to death. But had she just brought her natural flow, her natural rapping style into the song, it would have been a lot better. And that's what YG is really lacking. They're not bringing forth characters, what makes them original. They're trying to be original, but they're forgetting what made them original in the first place. And note, criticism does not mean I'm a hater. I want the best for YG, but they've got to step it up because at this point, it's just little shit like that. It's just not acceptable, and it's costing them money at this point that they could be making if they put out real quality. So that's it. Bye, have a nice day. And I hope you didn't hear my dog snoring in the background. He's kind of fat and he's kind of loud. Well, he's not fat, he's muscular.